Here we have Ethereum Bitcoin pair, and we might go a little bit into the US dollar pair as well, just to make this a complete video. But ultimately, most importantly, we got the breakout last week. Yes, last week, and we're getting our first pullback after the breakout. Traditionally speaking, or typically speaking, the first pullback after the breakout is typically a buy. Now, the question is, how far does it pull back? Because I'm not necessarily convinced that the pullback is done just yet. Could easily pull back all the way down to about 7.75 to 7.8 million satoshis. I don't have a strong or natural proclivity towards that. My strong opinion is on this right here. Any sort of a daily closing lower low than essentially, I guess we could raise this up. It's more or less going to be the same area at about 7.7 million satoshis, let's say. I would turn bearish on this one, looking at this as a failed breakout attempt, and this is going to be very, very bad, obviously. Now, on a weekly closing basis, it's still good. I have no problems with this. On a monthly, this is phenomenal. This continuation, again, this is all good. The question realistically is how far do we pull back here? And if 7.7 million satoshis does get violated on a daily closure, then yeah, I guess I would turn bearish on this one with minimum moves back down. It's about 7.3 to 7.25 million satoshis and then come back to it after that. But until then, I do think that it's wise to be looking for a little bit of short-term downside here. We do see some hidden bearish divergence on the 4-hour, for example, and anywhere just past 8 million satoshis is completely fine, to be fair. For 4-hour trend. So I'd really be focused on the higher term timeframes here. Now, what I could also say is that I'd be essentially more short-term bullish, looking for a retest of your highs on this rally at 8.8 million satoshis, with any sort of a 4-hour closure above your range highs at 836 right there. I imagine if we go over here, we might see something of interest. Let's just, hey, oh my God, I've been doing too many US dollar pairings. My apologies. Let's go to Bitstamp on this one. And let's see what the higher term time frames are looking like. Daily is actually going to flip back up above basically 8.8 million satoshis. So it is corrective. It is corrective short term. So it does make sense. 5-day 807. Weekly is up as long as above 7.67. So I do like the 7.7 region for a bit of a reversal right there, if that were to be violated on a daily closure. Until then, just short term corrective, and long term still good. 4 hours going to turn back down below 813 to be fair. Anyways, what I want to do now is I want to go marry this up with Ethereum US dollar valuation, and let's see what we got going on right here. So I'm going to throw on my drawing tools. I don't think that this one needs to be anything too crazy, to be fair. Hey, stop that. There we go. And where did my chart go? Where did my motherfucker? Oh, those bastards, man. Those damn bastards. Those damn TradingView bastards. Oh, there it is. Hold on. I apologize. It's right here. Okay, so we did get a test to the bottom side of our blue box territory. I think this was over the weekend, it looks like. Now dipping into it yet again. I suspect that the 4-hour time frame, like Bitcoin, is also showing some downside. Indeed it is. Another lower high right there. We do have, or do we not have? No, we do not have hidden bearish divergence, to be fair, but very likely to test the bottom side of the range yet again, somewhere around about 3,900 or so. If we're using a 4-hour to judge this one, I would say I would not call this one broken or resolve to the downside, as long as you're closing above 3850 or so on a 4-hour. If you're using a daily, it's more like 3900. Yeah, about 3900 in this case. Below there, big problems, and probably looking at a move towards 3650. Maybe even a little bit lower than that. Now, of course, whatever Bitcoin does, Ethereum's very likely to follow. So short term, is more downside middle here, no doubt about that. But higher term timeframes, I'm still very hesitant to get like full on bearish on this thing, man. 5-day, weekly, monthly, just looks like a major consolidation at at a very high level. I'm sure people are calling this bearish divergence over here. Look, if you're looking for the easy bearish divergence play, it already played out. And these ones, in my opinion, aren't even playable to begin with. This is not like a full on obvious high right here. I mean, you don't really have like you need to see like a stop and reverse point. So it's a very shallow drive. Same thing on this one over here, and you already got your move down to the 9. So it's like, what, are you going to target the 21 after that down to 2400? Probably not. At least that probably unwise, to be fair. So could I get extremely bearish on this one? Yeah, absolutely. But that doesn't really come into the into my basically, I don't even consider that, as long as you're closing dailies above the range lows in this case. If you do start to break that, then I do look for moves down to the mid 3s and below basically last Sunday. Yeah, was it last Sunday? No, last Saturday, the 4th of December lows. At that point, I could be looking for big moves to the downside if that were to be violated, but we're just not there just yet. And of course, if we go over here to our trending charts and we put on our Bollinger Bands over here and we put it on Ethereum, and we put it on a time frame that actually matters for a trend, we can go over here to a weekly. I mean, it's still okay right here. It's starting to look a little bit more ugly on this one, to be fair. Maybe a monthly. Yeah, monthly, I'm still a lot more inclined to give it the benefit of the doubt. The reason being your other higher term timeframes like the bi-monthly and of course the quarterly. I think it'd be very difficult to get this one like very far down this month if it's going to happen. Quarterly still trending. Bi-monthly is still, you know, for all intents and purposes bullish right here. Just getting your first pullback after trending above the top side trailing band. So long term, I'd still like it. Short term, just corrective here, and understand where all of the orders, all of the orders of operations kind of fall in there. A little bit of a convoluted chart, but hopefully that was helpful. And there you go for Ethereum versus the dollar, sir.